Hello, ladies, gentlemen, distinguished individuals. I'm Ryumaru MG, and I'm back with some more Minecraft. As you can see, I've already made a few modifications to the castle here. Started really filling this place out. Adjusted where the oh, good grief, foundry, smeltery. That's it. Foundry is where you put smelteries. I definitely am not 100% here today. Might have overslept a little bit. Still feeling it. That's okay though. So to start off, I have to wonder, how is everyone? I have had a wonderful past couple of days, for the most part. Mostly in part because a few days ago, as of this recording, I went on a wonderful date, had an amazing time, and so I'm feeling really good about that. Let's see, our garden is coming along quite nicely. I meant to make a few things into seeds, but well, let's be honest. I can go ahead and do that. I'm going to put this salt away. Let's see, we're going to need some potatoes. Some sweet potatoes. Not in that order. Do I have anything else? Oh, yes, the other thing that I figured out about this particular mod pack, well, mostly Pam's Harvest Craft, was that I figured out how the tree-based foods work when we want to make them into seeds. Or, no, I don't need to make those into seeds. What am I thinking? And we already have grape seeds. That's okay. Tasty grapes. So what I need is to take one of these and I believe a sapling, and it is probably based on the type of tree that they are before I can actually grow them. We'll just go ahead and plant our seeds here. Let's see. Potatoes and carrots. Where do we want to put those? Put the potato there, carrot there, and sweet potato will go there. And once I have another sweet potato seed... Well, I do have another sweet potato, don't I? Thinking ahead all the time is not exactly one of my strong suits in Minecraft. I try to do that as much as I can, but sometimes it just doesn't quite work out that way. Excuse me as I take a little dip here. Let's see. Bitter squash. Now I have rice, cranberry, and beet. Cranberry will go here, right behind the grapes. Beets I'll put next to carrots and potatoes. And rice... yeah, we'll put that with the barley. Rice we can just make more of. And we'll grow the rice right there. Now, as for the seaweed, I don't think it works the way I think it does, but I'm going to try this. Let's see. Oh, no, I can just make seaweed seeds. We'll make a couple of those. And we will grow those right here, next to the rice. I do like sushi. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked, thought-wise. It's been a while since I've had good sushi. Or any kind of sushi in general, really. Let's put the saplings there. Plum. And have a plum tree and a cherry tree. Fantastic. Now... oh, I'm out of saplings though, aren't I? The chestnuts. Yes, one of my little escapades. Oh, and onion. I should grow some onions as well. Excuse me as I organize the chest here. something I do out of habit, and I believe I have to, yeah. But onion, we can just grow, I'll put it right here with the beets. And do I have another sapling? I'm hoping this one will work. If not, then finding another sapling is easy enough. No? Let's see what I require. Just a regular oak sapling. Easy enough. I'll put that away. Night is falling, so we'll get downstairs quickly and we'll start on more planting once the sun is up again. So, as I was saying, I'm going to need my axe, aren't I? I've went on a date a little while ago and feel pretty great about that, but some of you may be wondering about that a little, considering I have on many occasions described myself as a romantic, and I kind of want to clarify that, and specifically what a romantic means to me. I do wish this mod pack came with Tree Capitator, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. So, a romantic. What this means is that someone who is a romantic does not experience romantic attraction, and which is very different, actually, from sexual attraction. It is a desire to engage in a romantic relationship with a given person. I mean, fairly obvious, but sometimes these things need to be said for clarity's sake. And oh, orchid. Didn't know I had that growing here. Oh, fantastic. Let's see. I want to plant my trees. I should continue talking what I was actually talking about while I'm doing this. As I was saying, aromantic is very different from asexual, and the two usually overlap, as is the case with most romantic and sexual orientations. Someone who is heterosexual is also usually heteromantic, or hetero-romantic. I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to conjugate that, but I don't think it matters that much. You get the idea. Let's see. Let's put avocado here, cherry here, and plum here. Yes, that should do nicely. And then chestnut will go back over there, I think. We'll see how that works out. Yes, there should be some saplings available for me to use. Perfect. Now, the thing to understand about aromanticism is that it does not mean that you aren't attached or that you don't care at all. It's a very misleading conclusion. For me, I can only really talk about myself in this respect, because it is different for everyone. For me, being aromantic means that I'm just not interested in typically romantic activities. I don't feel a need to pursue romance. I do want a relationship. I am allosexual, more specifically heterosexual. Allosexual just means that I experience sexual attraction. So I do want a relationship. However, what that means is that, for me at least, I would prefer to have a... what was the phrase? I should continue working while I do this. I would much rather have friendship or companionship, or however you want to put that, as opposed to romance. I consider that far more important in a relationship. And I'll be honest, I could be wrong, but I've been exploring this identity thing for quite a while, and it is honestly the thing that makes the most sense to me at the current point in my life. I could be wrong, and it could be an inaccurate label, but for now, this is the most accurate label I have, and it is the most appropriate label I have. It is the way I would prefer to describe myself. Let's see, do I need... Okay, I have that. So let's make ourselves... Oh, right, I was going to do this. I appear to be running rather low on coal. Just transfer some over to here. Try to distribute it as evenly as possible. I'm such a nerd. There's some sand. I don't think I'm going to be using sandstone at any time. I don't think... Alright. Little experiment here. To see if this is included. It is not. So I don't need to worry about all kinds of fancy textures or anything with Chisel. It's a nice mod, certainly. I think, though, for this first construction, I don't want to get overly ambitious. We'll put it that way. And as you can see, I've also started expanding this area up here. And I've made all of the necessary utensils or implements for Pam's Harvest Craft and cooking. So what I should do now is I should misspell shelf. Ah, okay. So this does not use typical bookshelves or the tool racks. Maybe it does use tool racks. It does not. So for now, those are going to have to stay in there. That's okay. I'll move on when Ow. That's one thing I'm looking forward to, is not dealing with that once I've actually filled in the floor there. But once I have completed this, I will move on to another mod pack and another construction, something a little more elaborate, a little more intensive. Darn, what was I doing? I should throw away all of these excess things that I'm not using. While I'm worrying about that, I should take that one with me. And almost done with this stone here, so we'll just wait. Anyway, to return to the point I was trying to make, ultimately identity is something that you really have to uncover for yourself. And I've been exploring this a lot. It is a process. It is a very I guess I would say involved process. Wrong thing in the chest there. And ultimately, it is a process that can only be done by you. You are the only one who can define you. And until such a time as you are able to fully define yourself, you use whatever label you think fits you the best. I forgot my stairs. If I do some more learning about myself and uncover that aromantic is not quite the right label for myself, then can't see, but I just shrugged. It's a bad habit. I do tend to be a very physical talker. But I'm going to use whatever label I deem appropriate. Go. And I'm going to be open to learning new things about myself. And I think that is the way that one should that is the approach that one should take in the interest of... I'm not even sure what you would call it. The interest of personal clarity, I suppose. We'll put it that way. Excuse me as I fix my mistake here. And right now I'm searching for the proper words, but I can't... I did rehearse this in my head a little bit before I came to record with all of you today, but unfortunately nothing seems to be springing to mind from that little rehearsal. Evidently I didn't rehearse enough. Oh, the irony. I grew up learning theater. It's starting to set. I can set a few more blocks down, though. Ultimately, I think we all have a lot of things to learn about ourselves. And... yes, I remember what I was going to say. No matter how much introspection or searching for yourself that you do, that is not correct. That is in the way. I personally, no matter how much you have to discover about yourself or what you may think about yourself, if you explore that aspect, if you explore your orientation, romantic, sexual, gender, however, I personally will always support you in doing that. I know that doesn't mean much coming from a computer screen. Well, maybe it does. But that is who I am, and I hope all of you take care of yourselves well until the next episode. Mistimed that a little. That's okay. I will be glad to see you all in the next episode.